Hello and welcome to this week's edition of It's Your City. Thanks for joining us here in the studios at the Brewery Arts Center. I'm Cortney Bloomer and this week's guest is Supervisor Lori Bagwell. Thanks for being with us.
It's my pleasure, Cortney.
Well, as is customary for this, we'll recap yesterday's supervisors meeting first because I know there are some things that members of our community are really interested in hearing that went on yesterday, particularly things involving the public-private partnership between the Nevada Humane Society and the city and what's going on with the animal shelter.
Yesterday was actually a very vibrant meeting concerning the animal shelter. The city staff had received a bid that came in a little bit higher than everyone was anticipating, and so there was a lot of concern that the shelter would be reduced in services and wouldn't meet the needs of the community. And so you had Cassie and the Humane Society and several of the city staff approach the Board of Supervisors to see if we couldn't find some money to make everything a reality. And then you also had those in the public that felt very strongly that the shelter already was receiving enough sales tax money and there just no more money should be allocated to the project. So I actually thought yesterday was a good meeting where everyone came together, and I was very proud that the Humane Society pitched in $245,000 to close the gap. So we were able to meet their needs and meet the public's interest in keeping the project at a reasonable price. So we didn't add any sales tax dollars to the project, but we did get a contribution from the Humane Society, and so we're very fortunate that I think we're going to get a facility that we can all be proud of and will meet our needs for the next 40 to 50 years. So excellent. That was just excellent yesterday, a great community effort.
And some of the contention over the extra money that was going to be allocated towards the shelter was to go to include a clinic facility in the shelter. Is that still going to be included?
You know, the clinic is going to be included, and I do want to say something that really surprised me. I met with several veterinarians in town, and I have to say I'm quite proud at how altruistic they are and that they recognize they may lose a little bit of business, but that they saw the community good of offering low and reduced pricing for spay-neuter programs, that it would help the overall animal population and the community as a whole. So I've really got to say, again, the whole entire community made good decisions yesterday to work together. So yes, the surgical center is in.
All right, so that's going to be included, and good news that the Humane Society is going to step up and contribute to that project as well. So what does that bring the total budget for the animal shelter to now?
So we have $4.5 million for the project, $4 million from sales tax and $500,000, thereabouts, $450-ish in contributions.
And that is from Cassie, which is the Carson Animal Services Initiative, for
Correct.
People who don't know, and then also this new money that the Humane Society has included.
And then we've also had a few benevolent people in town that have contributed money directly to the city, to a gift fund, so on behalf of animals. So again, everyone coming together. I just don't know of a project that we've had in a long time in town where everybody participated. So I think it was a winner for everybody.
Great, and just to remind the viewers, the sales tax money that you're talking about is part of the 1/8 cent sales tax package.
Correct.
That is funding the animal shelter and the multipurpose athletic center and some of the corridor improvements that are going to be taking place downtown. Now, speaking of those downtown corridor improvements, some activities are taking place there. The project is at about 30% design, as I understand it, and there's an upcoming opportunity for the public to get involved. Tell us about that.
So on Monday, June 22nd, you have an opportunity to go to the community center from 12:30 to 2:30 or 5:30 to 7:30 and review those plans and make any comments. If that's too soon and you aren't able to make that meeting, you can come to the public hearing for the Citizens Redevelopment Authority on July 2nd from 5:30 and also have an opportunity to comment on that design. So that will be the first unveiling of what I call the reality. It's not the pretty pictures anymore. We're down to what truly is going to be designed, and it's going to be the greatest opportunity to make any changes, because we want to make the necessary changes in this stage Not when we're further into the
When we're at 90% design and the project is pretty much a done deal, it's going to be hard to change. So people who want to weigh in and feel like they might have concerns about the project or want to advocate on behalf of certain amenities that they really want to see, now's the time to do it.
Now's the time, Courtney. Come on, when it's the least expensive. When it's the least expensive,
right,
come
at
now.
this point. So what can the public expect from this meeting? What kind of input are they going to have here?
Well, I think that we'll have city staff available to answer any questions, and also the engineer that's actually drawing and doing the design in the project will be there to actually listen and maybe tell the individuals why something can or can't happen in the design or because of constraints. And so I think that's also an opportunity for constructive discussion. And maybe there'll be something that somebody comes up with that
hasn't been thought of
that
yet.
hasn't been thought of, and the engineer goes, "Oh my, that's actually a great idea." So I look forward to seeing them. I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen them yet, so I'll see them on Monday.
Right, today.
There you go.
Today. There it is.
Today.
Well, I look forward to seeing those as well. So that project, the Downtown Corridor project, is going to drastically change the face of downtown Carson City. But in the meantime, we're going to be seeing some new faces downtown right coming up soon. Tell us about that.
So a really exciting project that I just learned about, the Carson City Visitors Bureau, in conjunction with the Cultural Commission, the Downtown Business Association, and the Nevada Commission on Tourism, have jointly developed through a grant the Faces of Carson City. So about 170 to 180 banners will go up on Carson Street, Curry Street, and Fairview that will all depict different faces of our community. And I have seen some of them, Courtney, and I think the community is going to be impressed.
I think they're going to be really impressed. I've gotten to have a sneak peek at some of these banners as well, and it's really cool because these are local people who are featured on these. So when you're driving around Carson City, you might see the face of someone that you know.
I've got one that I saw today that is just my favorite, and I can't wait to see what everyone's favorite one is. But I don't want to give away any of the Visitors Bureau's surprises. But
no, we're going to have Joel Dunn, who's the Visitors Bureau director, on soon, so I'm sure he'll have plenty more to add to this discussion. But in the meantime, people should be on the lookout for that because it's a really exciting project, and hopefully visitors to Carson City will also be able to see those banners and get some ideas of things that they might want to do while they're here in town.
I think it's going to be actually a great project from both perspectives. I think the community itself will enjoy the faces, and it definitely will give the visitor a feel of the good heart. I guess, the heart of Carson City. Right. So I think it's a good project.
Summer in Carson City, it is the place to be in the summer in the region. So many upcoming activities here in Carson. We just had Taste of Downtown this past weekend. You were involved in that, yes, of course. And we have upcoming some events. Mills Park, 4th of July, some other things. Tell us about what you're most excited about that's coming up in Carson City.
Well, I don't know if it can be a most. I just absolutely love the summertime because it's all about the outdoors and the opportunity to do things with your family and visit with friends and community and neighborhoods. And so I learned of something kind of neat. July 3rd, you have glow-in-the-dark golf. Yes, my husband's a golf enthusiast, so that works for our family. But you can go to Silver Oak and play with glow-in-the-dark golf balls.
So this is nighttime golf.
It's nighttime golf. So I can't wait to give this one a try.
I'm interested to see how this is going to work. How are you going to see the
This is going to be a first for me, but I understand it's the only golf course in the community that does a nighttime golf. So I'm kind of excited because then you can go right into the July 4th. The DBA is going to do a wine walk this year from 1 to 4 o'clock, and then you can go to the RSVP fair and fireworks at Mills Park. What else do we have going on that's coming up? I made a little list. Oh, I do want to say the swimming pool and the library are now open on Sundays, so you can enjoy those too. And if you catch Sina, at the library on Sundays at 2, the first Sunday of the month, you actually get an ice cream sundae.
Sundays on Sunday.
Sundays
At
on
the
Sunday.
library.
So that's really exciting summer program that's going on. And then, let's see, I think I wrote, the fair. We can't forget the state fair. I don't know.
Of course, coming up at the end of July.
Yep, you can do that at Fuji Park.
And people who want to get involved in the fair. I know that they're looking for volunteers for the fair and also looking for people who might want to enter exhibits at the fair. Where can they find out more about that?
If you go to the carson.org website and go to the Parks Department link on there, they have all the information concerning the volunteerism and all about how to attend, put in exhibits, all of that great stuff. It's going to be a fair that's better than last year.
So last year's fair was free, and as I understand it, admission to this year's fair is still going to be free.
That's correct.
So anyone, come one, come all,
everybody,
to Fuji Park and check out the Nevada State Fair.
And don't forget, the Fandango again is doing something wonderful for us with giving us free parking there
and
the shuttle to get over to the fairgrounds.
Fandango to the fairgrounds, which is also free.
Which is also free.
So a great way to come out, spend time with your family, celebrate Nevada and some of our great culture and some of the craftspeople from our area, and it's all free, and that's going to be July 30th
through August 2nd. And then, if that isn't enough for you all to have stuff to do in August, it's Jazz and Beyond starts their festivals. Those are free all over the community, so you can look at their website and check out some music outdoors. Then we're getting something really neat, I think. I'm not quite sure it's the first time, so don't quote me on that, but we're actually going to get the Russian ballet that's going to do Swan Lake in October.
At the community
center. And tickets you can stop by the Visitors Bureau and get tickets or go online and get tickets for that. So
much is coming to Carson City. Super vibrant atmosphere happening in our downtown area and with all these events coming up. Thanks so much, Lori, for stopping in today and telling us all about this. So exciting to hear about the developments at the animal shelter as well. I know that's something that a lot of people in Carson City have been looking forward to for a long time. So I'm glad that the supervisors were able to address that yesterday and come up with a solution that I think really works for our whole community.
It was truly a team effort, and it was just a pleasure to work hard with everyone.
Well, I know that one of the things that you focus on and that you promised during your campaign was that you were going to get out and really interact with and talk to the people in Carson City. How do you feel like that's going?
You know what? I'm really enjoying it. Putting on the tennis shoes and doing a few door-to-doors and visiting with people. It's turned out to be something I enjoy the most. Is just knocking on that door and saying, hi, what can we do different? Is there anything that you think we should be doing that we're not doing, or hate to even say it, that we're doing that we shouldn't be doing? And so I'm enjoying that. So I look forward to maybe working on a noise ordinance and maybe working with a couple of the other supervisors that might be interested in doing that too, because I'm getting that from many residents that they'd like to see us tackle that. So that might be, I don't know, maybe our next discussion. We'll see how it's going.
Something to look forward to at another Board of Supervisors meeting. Thanks again for being here today, and thanks to everyone else for joining us at home or online for this week's edition of It's Your City. We'll see you next week.